It's another shocking chapter in the ongoing saga of the British royal family. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, formerly known as Prince Andrew, Duke of York, has once again made headlines, this time for deeply disturbing allegations that have left the world stunned. According to royal historian Andrew Loney, the disgraced royal once had 40 prostitutes delivered to his hotel during a trip to Thailand. This explosive claim came during an episode of the Deep Dive podcast, where Loney spoke with journalist Sarah Vine. Loney, who authored the unauthorized biography entitled The Rise and Fall of the House of York, described the event as one of the most shocking examples of Andrew's behavior during what he called a midlife crisis period. He explained that in 2001, when Andrew was 41 years old, he embarked on a 2-week trip to Thailand. Officially, it was supposed to be part of his duties as the UK's trade envoy, representing British business interests abroad. But according to Loney, the trip had a very different purpose behind the scenes. In 2001, he's having his midlife crisis and basically starts chasing lots and lots of women, Loney said. He uses the excuse of his trade envoy role, which was funded by taxpayers, to go on these trips. But he always adds 2 weeks of private time. So, we pay for his holiday, and he goes off and does whatever he wants. What happened next, if true, is shocking even by royal scandal standards. Loney claimed that during one such private time stay in Thailand, Andrew allegedly insisted on staying in a 5-star hotel instead of the British Embassy, something he was reportedly known for. While representing the United Kingdom at celebrations for King Rama IX's birthday, Andrew allegedly had 40 prostitutes brought to his hotel over 4 days, all for himself. These activities, Loney added, were enabled by diplomats and other individuals who looked the other way. The historian said that his sources included a Reuters correspondent and even a member of the Thai royal family, who both confirmed hearing or witnessing aspects of the alleged incident. If true, it paints a disturbing picture of how far Andrew's lifestyle had strayed from royal expectations, and how much the palace may have ignored at the time. These revelations come at one of the lowest moments in Andrew's life. Just days before the claims surfaced, Buckingham Palace officially stripped him of all royal titles, marking the end of his life as Prince Andrew. A statement released by the palace read, "His Majesty has today initiated a formal process to remove the style, titles, and honors of Prince Andrew. His lease on Royal Lodge has, to date, provided him with legal protection to continue in residence. Formal notice has now been served to surrender the lease, and he will move to alternative private accommodation." The palace emphasized that the decision was necessary due to Andrew's serious lapses of judgment, even though he continues to deny all allegations against him. He now goes simply by Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, no longer His Royal Highness, Duke of York, or any of the noble titles that once defined his royal life. The title removal marks a symbolic and public acknowledgement of his complete fall from grace, stemming from years of controversy, including his association with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Collateral damage, Sarah Ferguson and family. The scandal hasn't only affected Andrew. His ex-wife Sarah Ferguson, the former Duchess of York, has also been forced out of Royal Lodge, the home she shared with Andrew even after their 1996 divorce. According to reports, Ferguson will have to find a new residence while Andrew relocates to private housing arranged through the palace. As of October 30th, she has officially lost her Duchess of York title. However, their daughters, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, will retain their royal titles for now, though their public roles are expected to remain limited. Many royal insiders say the sisters are devastated by the ongoing scandals surrounding their father, which have continuously brought embarrassment to the family. Epstein connection and renewed accusations. Andrew's troubles truly began years earlier, when his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein became public knowledge. Epstein, a wealthy financier, was arrested for sex trafficking and later died in prison under suspicious circumstances. One of Epstein's victims, Virginia Giuffre, accused Andrew of sexual assault, saying she was trafficked to him as a teenager. Although Andrew denied all accusations, he eventually reached a multi-million-dollar settlement with Giuffre in 2022 without admitting guilt. The scandal permanently damaged Andrew's reputation, forcing him to step back from public duties and live in relative isolation. He later issued a statement acknowledging that continued accusations against him had become a distraction from the work of the royal family. He wrote, "I have decided, as I always have, to put my duty to my family and country first. I stand by my decision 5 years ago to step back from public life. With His Majesty's agreement, I will no longer use my title or the honors which have been conferred upon me." But the controversy refuses to fade. Virginia Giuffre's story resurfaced recently following the posthumous publication of her memoir, Nobody's Girl, a memoir of surviving abuse and fighting for justice. Giuffre tragically died by suicide earlier this year at the age of 41, adding another layer of sorrow to an already dark story. What makes Andrew Lowney's new claim so shocking is that it exposes an alleged pattern of behavior that long predated Epstein. It paints Andrew not as a one-time offender or victim of circumstance, but as someone who had been abusing his privileges and position for years, under the radar. Lowney, who has written extensively on the royal family, said he hopes these revelations push for greater transparency about how public money has been spent on royal activities. He argued that for decades, Andrew's misconduct was known but ignored because of his position as the Queen's favorite son. "We paid for his travel, his accommodation, his security, and yet what he was doing on those trips was not in service of the country," Lowney said. "It was in service of his own pleasure." Whether these new allegations about Thailand will be investigated remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, the once proud Duke of York is now living in the long, dark shadow of his own past.